Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I've got a question for you. When was the last time you went an entire day, or even just a few hours without looking at a screen? I'm talking no phone, no laptop, no TV. If you're like me, the answer is probably, I can't remember. Lately, I've been feeling so scattered. My focus is shot, I'm constantly distracted, and my sleep has been terrible. I have this feeling of being always on, but never actually present. It's like my brain has a million tabs open and I can't figure out how to close them. So I've decided to do something a little radical. I'm going to attempt a 72-hour digital detox. 3 full days with no screens. I'm both terrified and incredibly excited. The goal here isn't just to survive without my phone. It's to see if I can genuinely reset my focus, improve my mood, and just feel more human again. I'm going to be documenting the entire process, the good, the bad, and the very, very boring. I'll be keeping a mood and energy log to track how I'm feeling before, during, and after this challenge. Will it be a life-changing experience or a complete disaster? Let's find out together. All right, it's T-1 hour until the detox begins. Let's do a quick before check-in. My current mood? I'd say a 5 out of 10, a bit anxious, a little stressed from work, and just generally blah. My energy level is probably a 4 out of 10. I'm feeling that classic afternoon slump. And I'm already thinking about caffeine. My focus? Oh, what focus? Maybe a 3 out of 10. I spent the last hour trying to write an email and got distracted by about 20 different things. My phone is right here, buzzing with notifications. It feels like an extension of my hand. I'm honestly nervous about putting it away. The final preparations are done. I've let my family and friends know I'll be unreachable. My phone, my laptop, my tablet, they're all going into this box. I'll see you all in 72 hours. Wish me luck. Okay, day 1. I'm about 12 hours in. I woke up this morning and the first thing I did out of pure muscle memory was reach for my phone on the nightstand. And of course, it wasn't there. That first hour was rough. I felt this weird phantom vibration in my pocket. My brain was screaming for a dopamine hit, a quick scroll through social media, anything. I didn't know what to do with myself. I literally just sat on my couch and stared at the wall for a bit. It felt incredibly strange. The silence was deafening. I decided to make a proper breakfast, something I haven't done in ages. I actually sat down at the table and ate it without scrolling through news headlines. Later in the day, the boredom really set in. I kept thinking, what do people even do? I ended up finding an old box of puzzles in my closet and spent a solid 2 hours working on one. My mind started to wander, but not in a stressful, multi-tab kind of way. It was more of a gentle, creative wandering. I started having ideas for projects, thinking about conversations I wanted to have with people. By the evening, the initial anxiety started to fade and was replaced by a sense of calm. My energy level is surprisingly a 6 out of 10. I feel less jittery. My mood has crept up to a 6 as well. I'm feeling peaceful. It's a very new feeling. Welcome to day 2. This is where things get interesting. I slept like a rock last night, deeper than I have in months. I woke up feeling genuinely rested, not groggy. I didn't even reach for my phone this morning. That habit was already starting to break. Today, I decided to go for a long walk without headphones. No podcast, no music, just the sounds of the neighborhood. I noticed things I've never seen before on streets I've walked down 100 times. The color of a neighbor's flowers, the sound of birds I couldn't identify, the way the light hit the buildings. It was like seeing the world in high definition for the first time. The urge to check for notifications is almost gone. The phantom vibrations have stopped. However, a new challenge has emerged. Loneliness. I found myself missing the sense of connection, even the superficial kind you get from social media. I realized how much I use my phone to fill those small, empty moments. Waiting for the kettle to boil, standing in line. I decided to call a friend using my old landline. Yes, I still have one. We talked for over an hour. A real, deep conversation without either of us getting distracted by a notification. It was amazing. End of day 2 check-in. Mood is a solid 7 out of 10. Energy is also a 7. I feel clear-headed and present. This is it, the final stretch. Day 3. I woke up this morning feeling fantastic. It's hard to describe, but it feels like a fog is lifted from my brain. I feel sharper, more alert. The world seems brighter, more vibrant. I spent the morning reading a book, a physical book. I got so absorbed in it that I lost track of time for hours. I haven't had that kind of deep focus in years. I used to read a chapter and then feel the pull to check my phone. Not today. Today, the book was more interesting than anything my phone could possibly offer. I also took some time to just think. No agenda, no problem solving, just letting my thoughts flow. I thought about my goals, my relationships, what I want out of life. It is amazing the clarity you can get when you not constantly bombarded with external information. I feel like I've reconnected with myself. The constant low-level anxiety that I'd grown so accustomed to is just gone. For my final check-in before the challenge ends, mood is an 8 out of 10. I feel content and optimistic. Energy is an 8 too. It's a calm, sustained energy, not the frantic, caffeine-fueled kind. My focus? I give it a 9. I feel like I could sit down and tackle any task. All right, the 72 hours are up. The box is open, and my phone is back in my hand, and honestly, it feels weird. It feels like a foreign object. The screen seems overwhelmingly bright. The endless scroll of notifications feels jarring and, frankly, unimportant. Looking at my pre-challenge log, it's a night and day difference. I went from a scattered, anxious 5 out of 10 to a calm, focused 8 out of 10. This was so much more than just a break from screens. It was a reset for my mind. It reminded me that there is a whole world out there that doesn't exist on a feed. So, what are my biggest takeaways? First, my attention span has dramatically improved. I can think more clearly and for longer periods. Second, my sleep quality is so much better. Waking up feeling truly rested is a game changer. And third, I feel more connected to myself and the world around me. I'm not saying I'm going to throw my phone away forever. That's not realistic. But I am going to be so much more intentional about how I use it. I'm setting up app limits, scheduling screen-free time every day, and turning off most of my notifications. This challenge showed me what's possible when I take back control of my attention. If you're feeling overwhelmed, distracted, or just burnt out, I cannot recommend this enough. You don't have to do 72 hours. Start with 24, or even just an evening. You might be surprised by what you discover when you disconnect to reconnect. It's a powerful reminder that we are in control of our technology, not the other way around. Let me know in the comments if you've ever tried a digital detox or if you're rethinking about it now. I'd love to hear about your experiences. Thanks so much for coming along on this journey with me. If you found this helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. See you in the next one.